It's about time, it's about time. Well, hello and welcome to this week's vlog. Hope you've had a great week. I'm still writing, still playing about with ideas. I have, as I said before, the idea that possibly will be book 8. And I also have a few little projects that I just work on for fun. So I've been kind of playing with those this week, which has been lovely. It's nice when some things don't have a deadline on because you can just kind of try things out. So that's been really lovely. So that's where I'm at. Page proofs arrive start of next week, so I'm making the most of my writing week, which will be lovely. Now I have some great questions, so I'm going to crack straight on with them. So my first question is from Jennifer Joyce. Hi Jennifer, how you doing? And she's a brilliant question. She says, have I got any favourite writing snacks? I'm trying to cut down on the snacks, if I'm honest. There's one thing that all writers fear, and it's the phenomenon known as writer's bum, which is if you spend hours and hours sat writing, you're not actually getting up and exercising, and you can end up with an expanding behind. And I've been trying to lose weight recently. I think I'm sort of getting there. It's coming off slowly, so I'm being very good. The only thing that I do say, and I will actually admit to this, is that when I come to do the edit, the big edit, which is always quite tough, and I have to kind of bribe myself into doing it, slightly partial to after 8 minutes. So I have a rule that I can have an after 8 minutes when I've done 50 pages or whatever it is. Whatever, it gets kind of like less and less as I get towards the end, but it's good. It helps me to get going. So I'll admit to that after 8 minutes. But generally, obviously, really healthy. Don't eat anything. I love it. I need my cup of tea. If I've got my cup of tea, I'll be fine. So I hope that answers your question. Thanks very much, brilliant question. Next question is from lovely Rosemary Umbers on Facebook. Hi Rosemary, thank you very much for your question, it's brilliant. It's, do I find it easy to balance doing writing workshops and my family life? The simple answer to that question is no. I'm still learning. Before I had Flow, I thought, yeah, I could fit a baby into this, it'd be no problem, you know, I'll just write through the night like I have always done. But since I first started writing, I tend to be a night writer. And then, certainly for the last 5 months, Flow didn't want to sleep in a cot, so Bob and I ended up doing kind of shifts on the sofa, which wasn't brilliant, and so it meant that my nights are completely gone. But touching a lot of wood and whispering so she doesn't hear me, she's actually sleeping in a cot now. So I've suddenly found this week that I've got my evenings back, which is making it a lot easier because it means I can get work done before I go to bed. I naturally wouldn't go to bed till about 11, 12 o'clock anyway, and that's quite early for me. So it gives me a little bit of time from when she goes to bed to when I go to bed to do stuff. But it's an ongoing learning curve. It's a lot of bartering. I have fantastic in-laws who look after Flow at weekends if I have to go to writing things, and I make sure that I don't book too many writing things close together. I'm starting to be asked to do more, which is lovely, but then it's always that kind of balance of, can I allow myself this time off? So probably hear her in the background. Oh, just stopped, no. So yeah, I'm finding it difficult, but I'm getting there very slowly, and hopefully, you know, as she gets a bit older and she goes to nursery and then goes to school, I'll be able to fit it in better. But it's kind of like falling with style at the moment. So hope that answers your question. Thanks very much. And my final question is actually my first question from YouTube. I've never had a YouTube question before. Not that I've answered in my vlogs. So this is from Peachy Outlook on YouTube. Hello, thank you very much. She said some lovely things about my book, so thank you very much. And her question is, what do I think I would be doing if I wasn't a writer? Well, those of you who've been following my vlog know for a long time that I actually had day jobs as well as writing. I only went full-time after Take a Look at Me Now came out. So after I'd had 5 Sunday Times bestsellers, that was the first time that I was able to go full-time writing, and even then it was a bit of a squeaky bum time for a few months, thinking, have I got enough money and will I be able to make it happen? And thankfully so far I've been very lucky, and it means that I can do it. I'm trained as a copywriter, so I've worked for several different companies as a copywriter. I wrote about food trends, I worked for a political party, which is very funny because I didn't vote for them. It was just the only job that I could get as a copywriter outside of London. And so it's interesting watching the general election now, because oh my life, some of the idiots that you see on there, I think I worked with most of them. What else? Well, when I went to university, I studied drama, and it was always going to be that I was going to be an actress. And I went to 2 auditions. I went to one audition where I walked in and they said no, so before I'd even said anything, just no, you're not right. So that's really great for your confidence. And then I went to another one where I was the only person who was going for a travelling theatre company, and I practised all my stuff and I did it, and they gave it to a friend of theirs who hadn't even auditioned, and that was kind of the end of my acting career. So I think I would always have written even if nothing had happened with my books. But I've worked in all kinds of different places. I've been a tour guide at a nuclear power station. That was fun. Stories I could tell you about that. I've worked in coffee shops, I've worked in shops. So I kind of like working anywhere, so it wouldn't really bother me, I think, if I wasn't able to write full time and I had to go back and get a job. I quite like working with people. So yeah, I don't know what I would be doing. I'd obviously, you know, be actress in the latest sweeping epic with Aidan Turner, and that would be perfect. I don't know what I'd be doing, but whatever I'd be doing, I'd be enjoying it. So hope that answers your question. So that's it for this week with the questions. Coming up, let me know what your questions are, because I've come to the end of all the questions that you've sent in, so I need questions. You know what to do. You can leave a comment underneath this vlog, you can tweet me at wordsmith, you can send me a message on Miranda Dickinson author on Facebook, or you can you can email me at mirandawordy@gmail.com. I think I've got all that right. And but there we go, let me know what you'd like me to talk about, and I will talk about it next time. But until then, have a great week, and I'll see you soon. Bye.